Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to post cash book payment using Mr. Accounting software. Okay, for this topic, General Ledger Transaction, it will show you how to post for cash book payment, cash book receipt, and the General Ledger Journal. The learning objectives are, you must know how to post cash book receipt, how to post cash book payment, and how to create other GL journal. But in this video, I just want to show you how to post cash book payment. This is the sample one. The owner of the business, Mr. Ali, and the name of the business, the Cherries, and the transaction incurred for the month of July 2021. And there are about 10 transactions. We must choose the transaction that relate to cash book payment. Okay, this is the chart of the account, and for the transaction, you can look at there is debit side and the credit side, and we must choose the module and the transaction based on Mr. Accounting software. And this is the transaction that relate to cash book payment. The first one, Mr. Ali withdrew cash for his personal use RM100. So debit drawing, credit cash. And we use general ledger, and we must record the transaction under cash book payment. 24th of July, paid wages expenses with check RM 850 and debit wages expenses credit bank. And we must record under transaction cash book payment. And the last one, 30th of July, paid utility expenses RM 520 with cash. So debit utilities expenses, credit cash, and we must record under the transaction cash book payment under Mr. Accounting software. And this is the detail or the step how to record the transaction. The first one, you must click General Ledger module from the main menu. Number 2, you must select cash book payment. Number 3, click New. Okay, this is new from the data, cash book payment quick view. And number 4, okay, you can look at page 70 under the textbook Mr. Accounting software. So number 4, you must enter either bank or cash based on the transaction. Number 5, you must key in check number or reference information. Number 6, you must enter reference number, date, the payment to, and description. Number 7, you must select GL code that contrast to cash book payment. And number 8, key in the amount. And number 9, click Save. So, after that, it means that you have recorded the transaction completely. So, there are 3 transactions. The first one, you must record the drawing. Number 2, you must record the wages paid to the employees. And number 3, you must record the utilities expenses. And this is the cash book payment quick view. You can check the date and also the name of transaction or the account incurred. And you can check the list. There are 3 transactions. Now, I will show you how to record cash book payment under Mr. Accounting software. The first one, you must click General Ledger. And next one, we must choose Cash Book Payment and click New. So we must start with Mr. Ali withdrew cash. So we just choose cash. Click cash, OK. And you must write down the reference number. This one from Mr. Ali. So you must use the source document memo. So I just write the number M10003. This is the memo from the owner. And you must write down the date of transaction. And the date of transaction is 15th of July. So make sure you record the correct date, 15th of July. The payment to the owner. So just write down owner. Payment for drawing. And you just tap. You can see the reference number. And tap description drawing. And you must search for GL code drawing. Okay, you can search here. Drawing. Okay, this is drawing with code. And you just click OK. And tap. You just add the amount of drawing. The amount for drawing is 100. And click. Then you can find the data had been recorded under cash book payment. And the next one, you must save. Save. You check the date of transaction and the double entry system, debit, drawing, and credit cash. And then you just click save. And you just click exit. Okay, there is the date for 15th of July. The next transaction is paid wages. So you just click new. The second transaction, we have to record the transaction. We are using check. Okay, this one is correct. And the reference number, we just write down MBB, Maybank Berhad, and the number is 5441544 You can create your own number and you must search the date. The date for the transaction incurred is 24th of July. So you just search for 24th of July. Okay, payment. 21st, we have to pay to the employees. So you just write down employee. And payment for wages expenses. And you just tap and tap. Automatically it will appear with the description. Tap and you search for wages expenses. And you can search by name. You just write down wages expenses and it appears in the list. So you just click OK. And you just tap to write down the amount. The amount for wages expenses is 850. So you just click or just write down 850. Tap and it appears in cash book payment entry. You can check the detail, wages expenses, and the amount is 850. And also you must check the date. So after you check all the detail is correct, you just save the detail. Save. and exit. So we have record the 2 transactions for cash book payment. The third one, we want to record cash book payment for utilities expenses. So we have paid utilities expenses by using cash. So you search for cash and click cash. So you click OK. And the reference number. Okay, I just create the reference number. TN, Tenaga Nasional, and 33425. You can create your own reference number, and based on the transaction, the date of transaction is 30th of July. So make sure you choose the correct date. Payment to, we have to pay to Tenaga Nasional. Or you just write down Tenaga for electricity. Payment description is utilities expenses or expense. And you just tap the detail and it will appear with the description that you have typed, and you just tap and you have to search for utilities expenses code. Because we have already code for cash, now you have to search for utilities expenses. Okay, this is the code for utilities expenses, and you just click OK. And it appears with the code. Now you have to record the item amount. Based on the question, the amount for utilities expenses is 520. So you just write down the amount and tap, and it will appear the transaction under cash book payment. And you can check the detailed utilities expenses, and also you can check the amount. So when you check already and no error, and don't forget to check the date of transaction. So you can save and exit. So this is the quick view under cash book payment. So there are 3 transactions incurred. The first one, we have to pay drawing, that means by the owner. The second one, 24th of July, we have to pay wages expenses. And the last one, the third transaction, we have to pay utilities expenses. So you just exit for cash book payment. Now we have to go to the front page of the Cherries. So this is the front page of the business, the Cherries. So that's all for the transaction that post to cash book payment. Thank you.